Hello and welcome back to Runner's Fortune, Ripped from the World.
Yay!
Woo!
And we're going to try a little something new this time. We're going to start off with some introductions to everybody. So, on the bottom left-hand screen, we have Jamie playing Rowan. And then on the bottom right screen, from left to right, we have Carrie, who is playing. And which character name did you want to use right now? Going forward?
So if we're ripped from the world, I would like to go as Maruti.
All right, then Maruti it will be. And then next, also on that same screen, we have Liz playing River. And then in the top right, we have got Lena from Lena's Lovely Locks. You should definitely check out her channel as well. And she is playing Ari. And then I'm Nate, I'm the GM. And welcome. If you like this kind of stuff, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we hope that you keep watching us. Shall we begin, everybody?
Yeah!
All right. So, where we last left our adventurers, you all had found yourselves transported through a card game to this strange world. And you arrived in different bodies than you left in. Instead of being all humans, as you had been before, you were a myriad of races. And you were picked up by some knights of the realm. You decided they were sketchy, so you escaped and met an elf named Sandrano, who assisted in your escape. Well, he brought you back to his people, a group of refugees who were camping in the woods. And you spent the afternoon and evening with them. You found out that this Sandrano elf is actually Prince Sandrano of this land, although his family has been ousted, his older brother and heir to the throne murdered, and by a military coup. And he is now trying to help these people hiding out. And he's requested that you all decide to stay, or at least stay in touch, and lend your aid, as he's seen that you are warriors, and well, most of the people here are just normal people, not warriors. And as much as you all don't think of yourself as warriors, you're a pizza delivery boy and a dancer. And but you have arrived here and you seem to be very fighting capable. Deciding you would all think upon it, you settled in for the night. Then you opened your eyes and you were back in your world. In your bodies, but you were being rolled on gurneys through a hospital. People were talking in a language you didn't understand, but you all saw each other there. You knew you were all there together. Masks were fitted over your faces, and your eyes closed again. And that is where we begin. So, as you all open your eyes again, you are greeted by the scent of grass and of damp and of canvas, and you realize you are back in your tents. And as you take a quick examination of yourselves, you are in your other bodies.
Reassure myself by stroking my tail, and then I burst out of the tent and go looking for the others. Yo! Am I the only one?
And all of you just hear from outside of your tent, Ari burst out in a language you all recognize.
Woo!
What is happening here?
Okay, did y'all experience the same thing as me?
I don't know. What did you experience? Pops head out of tent.
I'm gonna recount the experience. waking up, misunderstanding Gurney, sketchy, no bueno.
Yeah, that happened to me too. It was odd. What was in the mushrooms? What was the mushrooms?
I don't know what's happening here. I've never had this happen.
Have you had these mushrooms before?
I don't think so.
Did you
I'm
give us an
glad
unknown? Or is this still, we're not sure where they're getting from?
I don't know.
I wonder if like my Earth character River would have any knowledge or like any ideas about what this could have even been, considering that they're a clairvoyant.
You are. So, I would love for you to make either a knowledge or insight check at advantage. And a reminder that if you make a skill check, if I ask for a skill check that has sub-skills, you are welcome to use any of those sub-skills interchangeably. So if I ask for a knowledge check, you could use a history, nature, religion, science, spellwork, streetwise, or just a base knowledge check, entirely your choice. But if I call for a sub-skill, you have to use that sub-skill. So, knowledge or insight, your choice.
I'll do an insight check.
Okay,
You said at advantage?
correct. Yeah, based upon your dealings with the spiritual world as a clairvoyant, absolutely, I'll give you advantage on that.
That is going to be 15.
15, okay. While you are at a little bit of a loss, this doesn't quite correlate. You have heard of and dealt with some people who have talked about out-of-body experiences. And while you don't feel that this is specifically an out-of-body experience, you are inclined to believe this may follow either that you are revisiting a strange past life or an alternate version of yourself in a completely very different setting. That this is your consciousness existing across two different points in time and or space and or realities.
Okay. Well, I think I might have I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I could take a guess, and I wonder if we might be experiencing like different lives of ours or different dimensions or different reality of some sort. I don't really know how that would have happened.
Well, I'm not sure that we would ever be able to know by just sitting here and speculating, I guess. I honestly would think maybe at this point our best option is to go out and try and find out for ourselves. My biggest thing with maybe it being a alternate version or past life or something is it's kind of weird we fell out of a portal out of the sky. But I suppose they talked about teleportation, right? And maybe we did a teleportation spell that went wrong.
Or they did a teleportation spell that went wrong and sucked us out of our world into their bodies.
It's possible. And maybe they're in our bodies in the other world, and that's why we couldn't quite understand. Because we couldn't understand languages when we came here.
Hope they're making every delivery on time.
I mean, it looks like they were strapped
in
to
the hospital.
so probably not.
I really needed that job.
Hopefully they'll give you a understanding if they find out that you've been in the hospital.
The bosses aren't so understanding.
Fair.
FMLA only gets you so far.
All right. So, what do you want to do now? You have had something propositioned of you.
Oh yeah.
Should we help these people or should we go try and figure out what happened to us?
I would say that they almost coincide. If you think about it this way, if we leave this group of people, we are going out into a complete unknown. We don't know who's friend. We don't know who's foe. We don't know who to go to ask for question or to ask our questions to get answers. We're just completely unaware in this world. So if we stay with this group of people, one, we're pretty sure at this point they're safe. We know that they're friends. They're not going to hurt us most likely.
Right.
And two, we know we have a resource. So I would opt for staying with them. Do we know, I don't remember if we found this out, are they like on the move constantly or are they like this stationed here?
That you're not sure about. But as you glance around this clearing, you do definitely see signs that they have been here for some time.
Okay.
You certainly would not say that they've been here for a year, but this is at least their for now place. You don't think they're going to move tomorrow by any means.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think that Sandrano was necessarily, should I call him His Royal Majesty or Prince Sandrano? I don't know. I'm not good with formalities, but I don't think he was specifically asking us to like stay with the group the whole time, but like potentially do stuff to help them out.
And that's true, is even if they themselves aren't on the move, we may have to go do fetch quests and things like that to help them.
And that might let us go out and explore the world and also do our own like questions and look after whatever we want while we're out and about. Now, I would say that we should definitely check with him before we say yes or no and see exactly what he's thinking he wants us to do before we say, yeah, we'll help you, and then get sent into a death hole or something. But
that's fair. We should put into place some sort of almost like a contract. Is just letting him know, like, we're okay with this, assuming that one, we can get out of it whenever we see fit, like if we really decide this isn't for our best interest. And then two, we're still kind of unsure of this, so we need to make sure that we aren't putting ourselves in a deadly situation. So we will help, but with some conditions. Maybe.
Fight or die, only ways I know out of a dream.
What do you think, River?
I agree with this plan, and I also wonder if maybe we could ask Sandrano if he has any ideas or like any ideas of what could have happened to us, or if he has any ideas of like who we could talk to or where we should go to find answers.
That's a good idea.
Too. And if there's a way for what we do for him to kind of correspond with that as well. Like if this is a stationary village, we want to make sure we're still getting out in order to discover these things. So
right.
If he has things like going out to help people and bring them back, and then if he knows of someone in the area as well that we could go talk to about our situation, then we could do both of those things simultaneously. Like that kind of idea. We could ask if he could try to help us in this sense of, yeah, I'm rambling.
Yeah, let's see if we can find Sandrano and talk to him a little bit before we make 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yay or nay.
He's willing to work with us on this, that we're all in. Okay, what do we do if he says no? You're stuck here, you must patrol our borders. And I'm going to put you in situations where you may die. I mean, I'm assuming if all of that is a scenario, we just tell him no, F off, and we just leave.
Yeah.
Or we could tell him yes.
Met.
And leave when his back's turned.
I mean, there's that. So they don't expect us to leave.
I say we take it as it comes and we deal with it in the moment.
Okay.
Sounds good. I guess let's go find Sandrano then. Make sure that I'm all like dressed and not like hanging out or anything before I get out of my tent.
Make sure you're decent.
Yep.
I guess I didn't do that before gameplay. Realizing that we don't have any nightgowns and I slept in the nude. Shoot!
How many eyes are staring at us right now? How naked are we?
I don't know. How do your characters sleep? That's
Shh, we're not going to talk about this.
so. After ensuring that you all are in whatever state of decency you desired to be in, you make your way back towards the fire pit, thinking that that's at least a good place to start. And in there, you see a number of people. It definitely looks like people have been up for a while, and as you see, the sun is, while certainly not high in the sky, it is definitely well after dawn at this point. And
us Americans.
and you, so a group of people who are going about doing different things. Some are cooking, some are. You see some who look like they're repairing some nets. It look like fishing nets, things like that. And you do see, well, you do not see Sandrano, or Artemius. You see Flores, one of Sandrano's bodyguards.
I guess, should we go up to him and pester him and be like, yo, where's
the boss man?
yeah. I was going to say, my first intention was to say master, and then I was like, that's probably not right.
I was gonna say, where's Daddy Sandrano? So.
Oh, we're terrible.
Oh dear.
I think mine might be the safest option.
Like you approach and ask a question, because I don't think any of the other of us are mature enough to do so.
I mean, I guess I will go up to Flores and ask. Okay, I don't know how to address him properly, and I'm sorry if I offend, but where is Sandrano? Does he go by Prince?
Here he does not go as a prince. He's just Sandrano.
Okay.
Here, and he is. Milord is having a bad morning. Might I do something for you?
Bad morning.
He asked us a question, we wanted to give him an answer, but I guess it's not an immediate concern. I mean...
I can absolutely pass along a message to him. I
mean, we had some
I can
questions.
absolutely am allowed in his tent.
Just let him know that we're ready to talk about it whenever he is.
Well, I'm afraid I don't know when that might be. Some of the fits last an hour. Some the longest I've seen has lasted a week. Might I be of assistance for you?
Well, I guess.
Is this about his proposition last night?
Yes.
Very well.
We had some questions concerning. We're not 100% sure, like, what he's thinking he wants us to help with. And so we just kind of wanted to get an idea before we just say yes and then end up in a situation where we didn't want to be because we didn't have knowledge.
No, of course, that is more than fair. And he only asks that you contribute in any way that you can, that you are able, that you will feel comfortable doing. And it's simply put, yes, he would like to make use of your combative skills, if you will, but only to within the bounds that you feel comfortable. And by no means are you relegated to camp, or that you are, of course, free to come and go or leave wherever as you please. Milord would never imprison somebody to, certainly not a prospective ally, for his whims. And something he did desire to be passed along is that he would desire, well, desire may be the wrong word, but he feared he may be presumptuous in this, but he did contact an oracle should you all desire to meet with him. And he may have some more insights for you. Milord was saying that you were confused, uncertain as to your place, your meanings. And Lena has turned into a dog again. And,
Lena, change back! Stop this polymorphing nonsense.
Wait, he did what? He asked.
He set up. He asked an oracle to be ready to meet with you should you desire.
I think that sounds good. Let's do that.
To the Oracle.
Might I give him some sort of answer as to his?
I'm gonna look at the others and just give like a nod, like I'm down to help them kind of nod. If you could read my nod.
We all around the circle, I'm sure, are kind of, yeah.
We're here to help.
So, yeah, I guess we are happy to be of assistance in any way that we can, and we will stick around as long as we can to help out. As long as it doesn't kill us.
Well, it is the world. Death is always a reality. But I would stake my own life that Milord would never. And at this point, you hear a scream, just blood curdling, echo out across the camp, and Floris looks back, takes a sigh, and grabs up a bucket of water, murmurs under his breath, and it begins boiling. Please, just a moment, and I will return, and I will give you the directions to the oracle, please. And he runs and disappears into one of the tents.
Can we help?
What
I
is
think he's too far
happening?
gone. I don't think he'll answer.
Could I do an insight check to see if or some sort of check to see if I could, like, figure out who was screaming, if I've, like, heard the voice before?
It was definitely twisted, but it did sound like it could be Sandrano.
That
I wonder
sounds
if this
unfortunate.
does sound unfortunate. I wonder if this is one of the fits that Floris said Sandrano had. I wonder what it is.
Yeah.
Definitely seems painful.
Yeah. And why did he need a bucket of hot water? That doesn't sound good. But I don't think now would be a good time to just go like barging in. That feels super rude. So maybe we can see if we can help out in the camp until Floris comes back and helps us with instructions. We should take down our tents probably, because we probably want to take those with us.
I guess it depends on how far away the oracle is, but yeah, we could definitely take them down in preparation in case there's even a night of travel or a night that we may not be at camp. Just that way we're ready to go. I may wander around the camp and see. I have apparently discovered that I have healing magic of some sort, so I might see if anybody could be benefited from that.
Rowan!
Yes?
Your stomach grumbles. You're hungry.
It's breakfast. We should
I mean,
breakfast.
yeah, we should eat before we do stuff. Like, maybe, I don't know, if food's not ready, I was thinking we could, like, help them get food ready, but...
And as you've been here, you've seen some people coming and going and grabbing things out of the few pots that are over the stoves, or the fire.
Okay,
Um,
well,
Yes.
I'm
Away to food.
I'm just gonna, like...
Yeah, I'm
look
gonna
at
wander
them,
over there.
And then I'm gonna sneak over to the food.
all right.
Might I have some?
Please.
And they look at you and gesture. And as you open them, there's some sort of unleavened flatbread. There's something else that looks like eggs. And then another thing that looks to be almost a stew, but even less frothy. You don't see any plates or bowls or anything. But you've seen people, that someone else comes by and they grab one of the flatbreads and they just scoop out some of the stew with the bread, and then they grab a handful of the egg thing, just reach right in and grab it out and walk away and start just one hand, take a bite of some egg, and then eat some of the flatbread stew thing.
Part of me is screaming
very
sanitation, but
I didn't hear what either one of you said.
part of me is screaming sanitation.
Yeah, I just said it doesn't sound very sanitary.
Harry is grossed out. Rudy is about it.
Well, I guess this is going to be the food we're going to get, so I'm just going to go for it.
I'm gonna let
It's
you-
either that or our own rations in our own bags.
That's not it.
So,
Food, yay, feed our faces.
I agree. I will take some.
Yeah, give me that bread bowl.
All right, so you all started eating, and about 5 or so minutes later, Florius reemerges from the tent. And as he does so, you see a bright blue light just emerging from the tent, and it as it swings shut behind him again. Rubs some sweat off and comes back over to you all. Ah, good. You got some food. My apologies.
It's okay. Life happens.
What's going on in there?
It is somewhat regular for Midlord, sadly.
Well, what happens? Like, what is the fit?
Oh, it's and he seems on edge, nervous. It's not contagious, I promise. It is a consequence of his exile. So,
Is exile, wait, a consequence from who or what?
from the method of exile,
That's
What was the method?
it well, he seems to trust you. It was a banishment through one of the planes, and it was done poorly. And I'm sure you saw the scarring. That is the physical manifestation. It's called a spell scar. It's not common, and but it can happen when beings are sent through the planes, and if they're sent through a plane that contains the spell plague, and they come in contact with it. It's
How do I know if I have the spell plague?
do you have any big blue scars or wiry marks, or are you in dreadful agony almost every day, and some days you just simply desire for your existence to end?
I don't know. Can you see anything right here?
I'm gonna take a step back from her.
No, I don't.
All right. Thank goodness.
So,
No, I'm worried. Do I have any marks?
I think we're all
What
probably.
is this right here? Oh no,
now,
that was just a little
did
smudge.
you all come in contact with the spell plague?
How would we know?
I don't know.
How do you know? Do you see it? Is it visible?
Yes, it's a gigantic blue gaseous fire.
Oh, yeah, no, I think we're fine.
I don't recall anything like
It
that.
entirely swarms and consumes your body and enters you, and as it burns out of your body, it leaves a mark.
That sounds horrifying.
Doesn't sound familiar, no, but I am glad that it doesn't sound familiar because
Yeah.
it sounds awful.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we can do to help?
I mean, as you had all, not to diminish your capabilities, but as you had not even heard of the spell plague before today, I would hazard the guess that you probably couldn't do much.
Fair.
It has been tried and failed for the last 270 years.
270 years?
Yes.
You've been suffering from it for that long?
Milov is almost 300.
Wait, how is he that? How old is he?
I assume I've seen Lord of the Rings and realized that elves can live a really long time.
You all have, in fact, either seen or read or at least more than heard of Lord of the Rings.
I mean,
And
not
I'm
that
not
we knew
necessarily
for sure that that was the
surprised
same, yeah, but
that
That seems a very long time for this poor man to suffer with this thing.
that is fair. That is fair, though, yeah.
there has never been a cure found. And, well, the life expectancy of someone with a spell scar is, well, for an elf with a spell scar is only 60 years.
So he's doing pretty good, okay for himself for living this long, I guess.
He has.
Or is
How
it a
did he
curse?
survive this long?
It's a blessing and a curse, I suppose. Because
Yeah.
a long existence with that much agony is also not ideal, so.
That it is. And how no one has been able to answer that. I wish we had the answer, and with that maybe we'd be a step closer to curing him, but
Yeah.
that is his burden, and I should not have burdened you with the knowledge. I'm sorry.
No, thank you for sharing.
So, please.
I have a meta question.
Yeah.
So I have some null magic where I can summon one drink per day.
Yes.
Do I have to know what drink I'm summoning? Like, for instance, can I be like, summon a cure?
I would say that something like that would. I would say you wouldn't necessarily have to know the exact name of a drink, but as far as a specific potion along those lines, I would say that you would have to at least be familiar with the how it does what it does. So if you wanted to get a potion of healing, you could conceivably get a potion of healing because you can conceive a wound closing and you want a drink that you can drink it and your wound closes. But as far as this abstract thing of the spell plague, that would probably be a little far beyond at this point. I would say that if you studied it enough and you learned enough about it, you could probably use that null magic to then synthesize a cure if you became well versed enough with what exactly the spell plague and the spell scar is.
Nice. Can I summon him a Pepto-Bismol?
Absolutely.
This always works for me. See if this works for him.
Jeez.
How did you do that?
I don't even know.
Well, I will offer it to Milo.
Real quick, I'm sorry, I have to ask the semantics of this. Does it summon a cup with it? Or is it just like a liquid shows up and it's like, get a cup?
Drink it from my monkey hands.
I will say that it also summons a
Appropriate
inexpensive glass to drink it with.
Ceramic cup or something.
I summoned a cup of water. A cup made out of diamond.
Yes, it always summons a red solo cup, and so everyone in this world is like, what is this sorcery? Poke the cup.
Hard, but also flimsy at the same time. What is this?
Squeeze, crunch. Moving on.
Yes. Now, the Oracle. Did you desire to meet with him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's meet the Oracle.
Very well. Then, well, when my lord contracted him, he agreed to meet you in the next town over today, after the sun is at its zenith. So,
Should
So
we
we
pack
need to
our
get a
stuff
move on?
and take it with us? Is this something that's going to take us long enough we're going to want tents to camp out on the way back? Should we theoretically be back by this evening?
it's a few hours out, so depending on if you make any other stops afterwards, then you certainly shouldn't necessarily require the tents. Also, the weather is supposed to be quite fair tonight.
Okay. I vote we
If-
just leave our stuff here then, other than the necessities, just because it's that one last thing to carry. And
I mean,
back up.
if we leave our tents here, will people touch them, use them?
No. If you're, I'll put it this way: if you leave anything in the tent, then no, nobody will.
Okay.
It's been claimed by you. If the tent is otherwise completely empty, then someone may end up sleeping in it at night.
Okay. I mean, okay, sounds good. So how do we get to the nearest town?
And he takes a look around, looks at the sun. Straight that way. You'll have to pass through the trees. You will get to a road, and if you follow that road in the direction of the sun, you will arrive at the town. I would also recommend you should likely check in with the guild hall while you're there. It may behoove you.
Okay.
Thank you for the suggestion. We appreciate it. So we just follow the road till we hit a town.
Yes.
Bust our buildings. Okay, and
Oracle in the guild hall.
I guess once we get to the town, we can probably just ask for directions as to how to get to the guild hall and etc.
Yes.
What's the town that we're going to called?
It is SER. ESIAR.
Did he say where he's meeting us?
He will find you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I guess that's fair. If this is an oracle.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
will we know it's him?
I'm sure that they will find a way to let us know.
Excuse us, we're very paranoid.
Well, I mean, if you're approached by somebody who isn't an oracle, it's probably not him.
How do you know what an oracle looks like?
You really don't know anything about this world, do you?
Let's just say we all hit our heads and forgot everything.
It was a
Must have
mass
been quite
casualty
late on the
incident.
head.
Yes, and it happened simultaneously.
I'm sorry.
It was quite tragic.
I had no idea. I must have insulted.
Oh no, you're
I
fine.
apologize.
I'm trying not to laugh in the background. I'm just like,
Your sadness betrays you.
Don't worry about it. Don't tell anyone else. We don't really want people to know about it.
Well,
it's a little traumatizing.
all oracles have to brand their eyes out
Ew.
with the sigil of the gods. So if somebody approaches you that has burn marks on their eyes with a symbol and therefore doesn't have eyes, they're probably an oracle. Either that or wildly insane. Then again, that still describes the oracles.
Oh, good. Okay, well.
Regardless, they're insane, and they're either prophetic or not.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, if Sandrano trusts him, then
Yeah, that's fair.
He was my lord's teacher for nigh 100 years.
wow.
I'm sorry if this is presumptuous and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but how long was he banished, Sandrano? And so how long has he been back on this plane?
Well, he didn't spend that long on the other plane. It was the passage between them
Yeah,
and the returnal to this one.
I just know that he was exiled, so I guess how long was he exiled for, is my question.
Oh, he was exiled when he was 7. And, I mean, he has been back on this plane for a vast majority of that time. He did spend almost 70 years in the Fae realm, but with the fairies and the Fae touched. But no, the rest of it has been on this plane, but simply not in the country.
Okay.
With the fate touched, you say? I think
Yes.
that's what I am.
Yes. I believe that both of you. I've offended again.
Nope, you're fine.
That pain must have been immense.
No, we were
My
unconscious.
condolences.
It's fine. We were unconscious. We didn't notice the pain. It was all black, and then we were fine.
Oh. Then
Not technically alive.
good for you. I'm glad you did not suffer.
Thanks.
As a head injury that traumatic must have. I shudder the thought.
My head might be slightly flat on top now.
Jeez. My ears kind of probably twitch around a little bit. Like,
And I promise it's not because I was dropped on my head one too many times as a child.
are you sure about that? Surely.
I was.
This poor guy is like, what is wrong with these people?
These poor people and their traumatic brain injuries. So, what do you all want to do now?
I mean, I suppose.
Go ahead, you're fine.
I was just going to say it's probably not worth hanging around here for too long. If it's going to be a couple-hour walk, right?
I mean, on that same note, that is the intention. But, what if we get stuck somewhere, or we get ambushed and have to flee, or insert traumatic event here? We're gonna really regret not taking our shit.
I mean, we should take our bags.
Yes,
think-
yes, that is valid, but I'm saying, like, we've already been through a strange event with some guards. What if we come across more who try to kidnap us on the road and they take us, like, several days away and we get away and we have to run back? Wouldn't we regret not having our stuff?
Yeah,
I would.
probably.
I would like to pack up my things, and I would
That's
take
fair.
all my things with me.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to follow suit.
I think we probably should just take our tents. Just better safe than, like, I know the intention is to be back by this evening, and hopefully we will be wasting our time. But
I hope, yeah, you're right. It's better safe than sorry.
I'm gonna take all my stuff.
Yeah, I will follow suit.
I'm gonna look around and go like, where'd my snake go?
A tent with me is a place to sleep.
Yes, your snake is gone. As you have rested.
Huh?
As you have rested, yes, your snake is gone.
That's weird. I wonder if he'll come back.
Where did it come from? Where did it go?
Was its name Cotton One-Eye Joe?
Could be. I haven't named it yet, but if it comes back, maybe I will.
You could also just name it Fred. Or
Fred
like
the snake.
Bob.
Jake the snake.
Shadow
Fred.
serpent.
Alright, so you all pack up your things. You begin your trek through the woods.
Yep.
Alright. As you trek through the woods for about half an hour or so, and then come out on the other side, and lo and behold, you see the road stretched out before you. At a cursory glance, this is definitely a well-traveled road, and you do see some people down over there, and looks like to be a wagon train down over there. Nobody directly near you, though, at this point. You all get on the road and begin walking.
See.
All right. And you do, and you follow the path of the sun. Anything in particular that you all are doing on your way, or are you just walking and making some light conversation?
I
I
might
would like to-
occasionally, when I have like the energy for it, kind of be just practicing spins and stuff, because I feel like as a dancer, my balance is probably going to be quite thrown off by the massive tail on my butt.
Just real quick as a reminder, if you used anything since we rested, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Everything returns to used 0.
Yes.
That is fair. I will check.
Yeah, I might like swing around, mess with my sword just a little bit, see like what I can do a little bit, maybe play with my shield. I've never had one of these before.
Are there flowers?
There's a couple definitely patches of flowers that you're coming across.
I'm gonna pick flowers.
That's
Okay.
fair.
I was going in kind of a similar direction, and I would like to just kind of like examine the plants and see if there's any plants that I notice, especially any like whose herbal like properties I might know.
All right. So for you, with looking for things with trying for herbal properties, go ahead and make either a knowledge or magical work check for me.
Can I use spell work?
Yes. Yep. That would be just fine.
10.
Okay. As you're going along, you take a look and you go, huh, that looks like catnip.
Mist appears out of nowhere.
Yeah. And you grab some.
See, here I was about to research, do foxes like catnip? I'm going to do it. I'm curious. Cause,
Yeah.
man,
Yes.
I gotta know now. I asked the question, and now I must know the answer.
You've got to let our 3 viewers know if this is true or not.
All right, I picked the catnip.
All right. Maruti, you are able
Foxes do indeed like catnip. In fact, wild foxes are known to seek it out and roll in it. So, perhaps smell the catnip as you pick
River
on it.
It's catnip. So you are, as you dance around and as you practice your twirls a little bit, the first thing you notice is that this tail isn't getting in your way as much as you thought it would. In fact, your body, even without your thoughts, already seems accustomed to it, as if you've had it your entire life and you just don't think about it anymore. The second thing, as a professional dancer, that you notice, wow, this tail provides a beautiful counterbalance and makes your spins far easier because it can help whip you around without you even needing to use your legs. This is wonderful.
I mean, I'm sure I would probably use it as... what's the term I'm looking for? I mean, like, just almost like another limb. Like, you know, you position your arms this way and you put your legs this way, and the tail kind of is going to act too, almost like as if I was using like a fan veil or something like that. It would like create beautiful arcs and...
Yes.
Your tail's so pretty.
Then as you're doing
Did
this...
you actually say that in game? Because if so, I'm going to swish it in your face.
Then yes.
And then as you reach out to grab it, I swish away in a dancey move and I giggle.
Aw.
And then Ari, a scent catches your nose. Isn't immediately familiar to you, but you know, that smells good. You want some of that. You definitely want to rub that against your cheek. I mean, what?
I'm going to look around and see if I can find it, and I'm going to go for it.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay, so this is, I'm looking for my D20, right?
Yes.
Perception is... Where's my... Alright, let's see here. 14 plus perception is 2, so 16.
Okay. You notice that there is a whole large handful of this stuff in River's hand.
I'm gonna pounce on you.
And Ari pounces on you. What is your reaction, River?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take the catnip from you and be like, "What is this?" And I'm just gonna like start like rubbing it on myself.
Well, it appears to be catnip. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
While she's distracted with the catnip, can I walk over and start playing with her tail?
Of course. Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, this is gonna go bad.
Advantage because she's
I am very distracted.
15.
Okay, and Ari, what is your perception defense?
Where do I find this? Let's see.
It's underneath your skills, just underneath health points. On the first page.
It's next to armor.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. 17.
Okay.
Bummer.
You do notice that someone is doing something to your tail. Now the question follows, do you care?
I guess it depends on how aggressive you're being. If you're just gently playing with it, I don't care. In fact, I might actually just like
playing
swish you with it.
Swatting a little bit.
I'm probably like so enamored of this catnip then at this point that I'm gonna like just kind of swish it, almost like I'm enticing you a little bit. And then I might smack you in the face at some point.
Learned something new today. Foxes really are half cat, half dog.
Hey, from what I saw, several wild animals actually quite like catnip. So
That's fair.
I mean, humans like catnip. We put it's in like half of Celestial Seasonings teas
It's
with
true.
that contain chamomile also contain catnip.
Anything that says it's mint. Of course, the tension tamer has catnip in it.
We were surprised too.
I'm surprised other types of feline are quite enamored of it. So if you live in the mountain area and you have mountain lions or lynx, catnip is probably not wise.
Or it is you can throw it behind you as you keep running.
Catnip attack!
Well, while those two are distracted over there, I'm just gonna let them have the catnip, and I will pick some more catnip.
Alright. So you all continue along your way. And after about 3 hours, the sun is definitely past the high point by now. You do see ahead of you a small little town. It looks to be a cluster of probably about 20 buildings. And it's got just a simple wooden fence around it.
That doesn't look sturdy.
And the road is starting to become a little busier. Definitely some traffic in and out of this town. And by a little busier, there's like 6 other beings within 100 feet of you traveling along this road. It's still is a small town. It is definitely not a city by any means.
Yeah, that makes about 10 of us, since there's 4 of us right now.
Do you all just walk on in, or?
Yeah, I mean, is there like any guards or anything standing around?
There's not.
Then yeah, probably.
Yeah. As long as we don't see any soldiers or anything, I would probably go in. In fact, probably approach one of the strangers and just ask, "Excuse me, where is the guild hall?"
So you walk up to a...
I assume we went inside first. We went in the village.
Yes.
And so you walk up to a dwarf. And... Good morning. The guild hall, directly on the other side of the square, there's a small building. All of the guilds are there. The one guild representative is there, and they will be able to take care of you. Anything else I could assist you with?
I check his address. No, I don't think so, sir. Thank you very much for your kindness. I appreciate your help.
My
Okay.
pleasure. A fair day to you.
And you as well.
Take care.
Huh?
Take care.
Well, thank you. And he'll separate off and shuffle along his way.
How much does the catnip I weigh got weigh?
Well, how much would you like to pick?
I would like to know that he was not batting her tail the whole time we were walking here.
I will pick a pound of catnip.
Okay.
That's a lot of catnip.
Careful, or I might rummage your bag at some point.
Just in the middle of the night, we wake up and there's just Ari sticking her face in your bag, and her head pops up and her eyes are huge.
Just toughen it.
Keep your paws to yourself.
All right. So you arrive at a small building with a scribbled sign above it that in common says Guild Hall.
Okay.
Do you all go inside?
Please.
Right on in.
Yes.
All right. So you go on in, and it is a small building. It looks like there's 10 different stands in here. None of them have anybody at them, but there is a small desk in the middle, which does have a person at it. She is green-skinned with 4 arms. It's quite tall.
I'm gonna definitely hesitate before approaching, but try to brush it off and just like probably just an initial like, this is bizarre, but I'm sure this is fine. This is probably normal for this world, right? It's not like some mutant who fell into some acidic ooze and belongs in a supervillain role.
Well, maybe.
Has somebody been watching Futurama? Because we are.
Yes, welcome. How may I help you today?
We have been advised to come here.
Oh, wonderful. Are you requisitioning a quest, or are you looking for a quest?
We're not in any guild.
Oh,
We're kind of new to this.
that is odd. You're not in any guild?
Not yet.
I see.
Life's been weird.
How would we know if we were?
Well, I
I guess that's a
can
good question.
check the guild registries.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. Of course. I've never had this happen before, but I certainly can.
We all got into a freak accident together, and we're a little unsure of things.
We're just gonna go
Oh,
with that.
my condolences. Of course, let me, and she rummages and opens some stuff and pulls out a scroll. Yes! And opens it, and all of your immediate thoughts are just, this is a guild registry. How many people must be in these guilds? And you're expecting her to just take it, and as you've seen in comics before, that she's going to let it fall, and she's going to roll, and it's going to roll up along the wall and back along the ceiling and come on down. That's what you're expecting, and she just opens it up and goes, okay, and sets it down, and it's entirely blank.
Huh?
Did you know it's blank?
Why, of course, it's the guild registry. Would each of you, starting with one of you, Place your hand on the...
Marudi, why don't you go first?
Yeah, place my hand right on that bad boy.
Okay, and then lift.
Like how high?
And as soon as it leaves the parchment, you see words begin to appear on the scroll. And it says, Maruti, Guild of the Church, Fey touched with monkey discipline. So you're a member of the Guild of the Church.
That sounds about right.
Who next?
You should do it, Ari.
I'm gonna shove you forward.
Fine. I'll put my hand on it.
All right.
Hasn't anybody told you not to, I don't know.
And I
It
guess
says, Rowan, Guild of the Fighters, Elf. And next,
Fine, I'll do it.
Ari, Guild of the Entertainers, Fey touched with fox discipline.
Okay, yeah, that sounds fair. I'm gonna do a little twirl and move away.
Wait, what guild was it?
Entertainers.
For Ari, Entertainers.
I guess I'll be up next.
I mean, you don't really have an option.
I'm gonna grab River's hand and put it on it.
Ah!
And then, Lizard, what name did you want? The one that's on your character sheet?
Yeah, I think in this world, my name would be different.
Okay. And if I mispronounce it, please correct me. It says Exrit. EXXRIIT.
EXXRIIT.
IIT. Guild of the Arcane. Primal of Earth.
Oh.
Pop.
High five.
What was Rowan's discipline?
Fighter.
Yeah, Rowan is Guild of the Fighters. So, there you go. Those are your guilds.
All right.
I'm gonna tear up a little bit. I'll tear up a little bit and say thank you for helping me find myself.
I'm happy to assist. And of course, it's very common for groups to have different guilds, as it means you have different strengths and you can complement each other. And absolutely.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Where should we be going to meet up with our guilds?
Well, we are a small town here, so the guild representatives only meet by appointment. But I handle the quest board, and I can get word to them, and they can schedule appointments with you if need be.
Very cool, thank you.
Of course. What else might I assist you with?
I don't think anything right now, right, y'all? I think we were just coming to check that we were not ungilded. I don't know.
Yeah, we just wanted to check in. Things have been weird, so yeah, I think that's it for now. But
Why, of course.
may or may not be back
Always happy to
soon.
assist.
Can we get your name so we can say hi if when we see you again?
Yes, of course. My name is Drazil.
Well, I think it would.
Probably.
Do you care? Brazil.
Trasil?
Z.
It's a Z.
Ah.
Brazil. Well, thank you, Brazil. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
And I guess turn to leave.
All right. You all head on back out of the guild hall and are standing in the main square.
I probably should find a wand.
That's a good idea.
And since we're kind of just waiting for somebody to find us, perhaps now would be a good time.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can
let's
wander
go
around
check it
town.
out.
I mean, may as well wander a little bit and just see if we can find somewhere. Just see what even is available, if anybody else wants to look for anything. Maybe a good snack.
Always looking out for good armor or a good snack.
Assuming we have enough money to buy much, but
I mean, yeah, each of us is different. I know I have a decent amount left because I just didn't use much. I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find somewhere that would sell a wand.
All right. As you all are about to walk away, you hear a voice from well above you and slightly behind, right in the direction of the guild hall you just stepped out of. Rowan, Jake, or Maruti. River, Exreet, and R. What a strange day you have had.
Today has been
Take a
strange.
look.
Yesterday was much stranger.
And with that, we're going to take a little bit of a break. Everyone, feel free to sit one off, and we'll be back in just a little bit. And welcome back, everybody. So, you've heard this deep voice from behind and above you. What do you all do?
Turn around.
I'm gonna swish my tail in agitation and then kind of slowly turn.
All right.
I'm gonna draw my holy symbol.
Okay.
Like, did you have to
I'll
sneak up on
also
us? Bro?
turn. Sorry, what?
I was gonna say, did you have to sneak up behind us? You couldn't like approach us in a more casual way. Was this necessary?
And as you turn around and look up, you don't see anybody. And you keep looking, and you see sitting on the roof of the guild hall a man. Fish.
Fish.
A person.
So, yes. He is entirely bald. He is, I mean, from an estimate right now, gotta be 10 feet tall. And wearing a simple white tunic. The thing that you see is his eyes, or lack thereof. And you see just 2 burn marks in a pattern you don't recognize on his eyes.
Is this really any way to be having a conversation?
It's the Oracle.
Would you have rather something else? No? Yes. You would have. You'd have rather me walk up directly in front of you and announce, I am the Oracle. You are here to see me. Yeah, I don't like doing things that way.
I mean, I would have just appreciated a hello. We kind of knew what to expect.
Hello.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I would still appreciate you getting on our level so we're not, like, breaking our necks to have a conversation.
I think we might have to anyway.
He
Perhaps a little less.
slides and pushes himself off the edge and with a loud lands right in front of you.
Thank you.
He's definitely even Maruchi, how tall are you?
One second. I am 6'9".
Yes. So he stands easily head and shoulders even above you.
Yeah, I'm just looking straight up.
Would you mind sitting, perhaps?
Alright, be nice.
Is this person like human or like?
He does look relatively human. So, has
Jump to get to this level.
got 2 arms, 2 legs, skin similar to humans. But one of the biggest things you also notice now that he's down here is that he's got a lot of bony ridges along his bald head. Some of them almost spike-like, but not particularly sharp. And as he smiles, you see they are all fangs.
Step back.
Hi.
It's nice to make your acquaintance, sir.
And yours as well. You've not been here long. You do not know who I am.
No.
Or what I am. I am a Goliath. Welcome.
A Goliath?
Like David and Goliath?
Yes. That story was based upon a human and one of my race.
That's funny because I remember the story he had hair, but
Yeah.
I suppose that could be a thousands of years, multiple translations error, like half the. I'm not going to finish that sentence.
That story is a little older than a few thousand years.
Fair enough. Which means even more mistranslation and mix-ups.
I mean, I also believe that at the time that story was told, having long hair was a sign of masculinity.
It was.
So
Realistically, it was until like
supposed to be
back.
rather strong and murderous and killy and things with no hair would be
Good point.
Odd.
it would be a concern for the people of the time, so they probably just altered the story to fit their culture.
That's fair.
So Oracle, how do you feel about David then?
Luckily, none of us have the name David, right?
I think that David was a fantastic shot with a sling.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about
Must have been ripped just in one
Sandrano?
arm. David missed leg day.
He is a... Sandrano is a poor child. With grander dreams than he should have.
Don't we all?
Only those with unrealistic expectations.
How do you know if it's that thing or not?
An unrealistic expectation.
Yeah, that thing. If it's unrealistic or not, how do you know?
Oracle.
Well, not you specifically. Gah.
You ask the Oracle.
Yeah, but in our world, we don't necessarily have oracles like you.
I believe one of you would disagree with that.
I mean, not the same as you. Very different kind of oracles, yes?
Do none of you
watch TV? Do you not use the tube of you to listen to people who have more information and tell you what things maybe you should or should not do? Do you not
I
have
guess
gods
that's fair.
that you pray to and ask for guidance?
I guess that's fair.
You know, I just want to name right now, Oracle. It's really important that you're talking about television and you reference the Bible, which is the first person that we've come across in this world that has known anything about the world that we're from. And I feel some type of way about that.
Now, to be fair, have any of you brought up David and Goliath to anybody else yet?
No.
Oh.
Lots of people know that story.
Oh. What? How?
Well, where do you think it originated?
Wait, then how did it get to our world?
Well, in a similar way that you have come to this world.
Which is
Through a portal, magic, through
whose?
body displacement, and arriving in a different place and time than you expected.
Whose magic?
I mean, we didn't expect any of it, but continue.
There were many forces at work in your arrival here.
Good or bad?
Both and neither.
Interesting.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me. So what are we up to now?
Was intentional bringing us here? Wasn't an accident then?
No, far from it.
How do we get home?
Is that what you truly desire?
I'm more curious why the heck we're here.
I mean, I truly desire that my cat is safe. Can you tell me, is Lily safe right now? Because we just disappeared from the world and no one's there to take care of her, and I'm very concerned about my cat.
I believe that those in your world who came across your bodies and took you to the hospital, and those that know what is happening on the other side, are making sure that the things that are precious to you are cared for.
So there were people in on this in our plane. This wasn't just like someone from this plane sucking us here. There was actually someone pushing us on the other side.
It could not have happened otherwise. While the magic runs strong here, we do not have the ability to cross borders quite like that. Not to bring something that has not already been sent first.
Are they people we know? Is there someone I need to murder?
The answer to the first question, I do not believe so.
So we did not know the people who sent us over. Okay, so it's not that. Never mind. Anyway, continue.
The answer to the second question, I never condone murder. Killing, sure, it's a habit. Murder, not to be confused with assassination. Still a difference.
I mean, it was more of an expression, but there.
Interesting. I've learned a new thing about you.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Both.
Terms on our planet are weird. We have odd colloquialisms.
Yes. But it might be said that we do as well.
I guess that's fair. Everywhere kind of does.
Language tends to create that.
Are there any things that we should know? Because when we, I mean, it's kind of vulnerable for us to talk to people about how we don't know anything. I'm very afraid that we might get taken advantage of if people think that we are naive. And some people think we're crazy. So, can
Aren't
we
you?
have some education?
Why, certainly. I believe that is why the good prince contacted me. Begged me to come here.
He begged you?
Yes. He seems to have some thoughts about you. Thinking you were worth it, worth my time.
You trust that that's true?
I trust him. I do not make trips like this often.
Yeah, that's fair.
What kind of a trip did you have to make?
First, I had to leave my hut, which I do not like to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'm assuming he's probably getting lots of stares from people as they walk past.
After COVID, I don't like to leave my hut either.
I didn't like to leave my hut before COVID.
And then I had to travel halfway across Chrysanthia just to get to this little rundown town for you.
You did that awfully quickly. I don't know how far you've traveled, but seems like if he only contacted words are hard. Contacted you yesterday. You move very quickly there.
Well, of course. I teleported.
Ah,
Wait, so can you teleport us back home then?
My power is not great enough to transcend those lines.
Okay. Well, do you know whose is?
There are a few who may be able to do so. But I will ask again. Is that truly what you want right now?
Rowan, do you want to go back to serving at a bar?
not specifically, no.
Because I know I'm sick of men groping me.
Yeah.
I can sever your connection with this world so that the next time you close your eyes and open them up in that sterile place, you would not return.
Well, I don't know yet if I don't ever want to return.
I don't think we're ready for that decision yet.
Can I be paid in gum?
Gum? I'm not quite familiar with this gum.
Gum? Why can I never be paid in gum?
I'm not sure we will get paid at all.
I mean, I'm sure treasures and stuff that we find we can make money off of.
Yes, but that's different than being paid.
Yeah, there is that. I want health insurance, and I want to be paid. And I want a
Now,
severance package.
Might we continue this conversation indoors?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fine. Let's go find a
What will
snack.
you?
Wonderful.
We haven't had lunch yet.
And he
I am hungry.
clicks his fingers, and a shimmering blue doorway opens up right next to him.
Wait, it's blue. I remember that the scar that Sandrano had was blue. Is it dangerous for us to go into that blue portal?
Do you desire me to go first?
Yes.
Very well.
And he steps through and vanishes.
All right, who's gonna follow first?
I will go.
All right, Rowan, go for it.
I mean, if Maruti wants to go, he can go.
I'm already gone.
I will go as Maruti's already walking through.
Rudy's like, conversation about this. Just go for it. Conversation takes too long.
So Maruti went forward. I will follow.
All right.
I guess I'll follow too.
I
I'll wait
will-
like half a second to make sure that I don't hear like a bzz.
I will go also.
All right. So the four of you emerge in order in a large wooden hut with some plants hanging from the ceiling, a cauldron on the fire. It smells quite nice. The table set. Don't worry about the vase. It's truly okay.
What?
Vase?
Yes. Please, sit.
No, I need more information, sir. You don't just drop something like that and then just not. What do you mean?
Drop the vase.
And, Ari, your tail hits something.
Oh dear.
You're up. Behind you. That face.
My ears go down in shame.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, if it wasn't your tail, I probably would have just walked over and smacked it off. Because he said it's fine. I might be slightly obstinate and bratty.
I'm still not used to it yet. Don't judge me.
It's okay. It's very cute and pretty.
Thank you.
Nobody needed that vase anyway. I'm sure it wasn't a family heirloom that was extremely expensive.
You're making me feel worse.
I'll grab a little handful of catnip out of my bag and give it to Ari.
I'm just gonna sit there huffing it.
I'm going to inspect the vase remains.
So it looks to be porcelain, a white and with green markings on it.
I toss it back into the pile.
He'll go over and he'll grab 5 bowls down and begin ladling from the cauldron into the bowls and passing it to each of you. And he indicates to the table, which is just covered in different things. There's a hunk of cheese over there. There's just a scattering of plates and random woodenware, mugs, and just completely covered. Please sit, eat, enjoy,
Sniff it.
and we will speak.
What are we eating?
I'm gonna grab some food.
Rabbit stew.
Okay.
I believe you have those in your world as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I've cooked rabbit stew before.
Hello, rabbit.
Almost half a rabbit in here for you.
I've never had rabbit stew before, so this will be an interesting experience. I will sit down and try it.
Alright.
I follow suit.
It tastes pretty good. No, it's a decent home cooked.
It's not too gamey.
Nope.
Delicious. Thank you.
Now, I want you each to think for a moment. Decide upon one question for each of you that you desire to ask. I'm not saying I won't answer further questions, but this will work best if you can first decide what is the most important question.
How are we best served here? Like, how can we be of best use?
That is a difficult question. Because the answer to that one really comes from you. So I am forced to answer that question with another question. What do you want to achieve? I can give you guidance on what would be the best thing to do to achieve your goal. But until you have decided upon a goal, how you can best serve is to decide your goal.
I guess my goal at this point is to help these people have a better life. Seems like the quality of life here is not perhaps the best. And if we're in a position to improve things, how can we best improve things?
Now that is a very different question. The best way to help these people is to not allow them to be taken advantage of.
Okay. Easier said than done, I suppose.
As is the majority of life. Few things are easier done than said. Words are simple.
Most of them are harmful.
I mean, saying I'm going to sit on the couch all day and then doing it is, I think it might take more effort to say you're going to do it.
I don't know. Does it take more muscles to move your mouth for a single sentence, or to walk over and then sit on said couch?
What if you say it when you're already sitting on the couch?
That's
You still
semantics.
must have collected the thought at some point, no? Likely prior to sitting on said couch. Welcome to the world of the Oracle's mind.
Yeah, you have fun with that. I don't want to deal with that kind of crap.
I'd actually
Anybody
rather
have
not.
any
Would you like to
questions?
take this for me instead?
No. No.
Do you need somewhere to put your head?
Well, I guess my question is, why were we summoned through the portal? If there were people
Okay.
involved, they had to have some kind of reasoning, right?
You are correct. You were selected. And there is both a simple and a less simple answer. The simple answer: you were the easiest.
That's not very nice.
Each of you already had a connection to these bodies, these beings, this time, this place. And so, you were easier.
Poor puppy.
Is that Applejack?
Yeah.
She wants attention.
How dare you ignore her while playing games?
You also all at the same time, in the same place. And that was made even easier. Now, for the less simple answer. You each bring something important. Without all four of you, this cannot succeed.
What does this mean?
The deities have decided to not grant me that sight.
Ah,
I do not know their end plan. But I know that the entire Pantheon is in agreement that the four of you must be here and now. Or for others, that would satisfy the requirements, the needs.
I assume you probably don't know what the requirements are either.
Well, look at you all. You have the steadfast warrior. You have the caring healer. You have
Mostly
the
care.
devout believer. And you have the one with the arcane prowess. You throw this out of balance, and the group begins to struggle as a result.
I see.
Ruby, do you have a question? Oh, I'm sorry, your name was, what was your alternative name? River?
Mine?
Yeah,
X-Read.
X-Read.
Yes.
Do either of you have a question to help us shine light on the situation?
It's kind of selfish. So when we were ripped from the world, what was the voice that I was hearing? It's almost all that I think about now.
You heard the voice of Bela, one of the deities of the Pantheon.
Ah.
I would best recommend speaking to them directly. Visit one of their shrines. Your questions may be best answered by them.
Interesting. I feel it now that you say this.
X-Reach, you already feel more at home in here than you did in the other.
I do, except for my cat. But I trust that she is being cared for. And so I wonder what dangers should we be looking out for?
Well, there is always the danger of a sword through the stomach
No.
or a fang to the face. But I believe you mean greater dangers than you would face in any given moment of any given day.
Yes.
For you in particular, watch out for the balcony in the sky.
The balcony?
More recently, though, do not trust all who have been made known to you yet. Not all may be as they seem.
Oh, okay.
Flores.
My vision is clouded as to which one it is.
But are there between some?
I know you have already met them,
We
and they
haven't
still
met.
currently live.
Okay, so it's not one of the soldiers. Do we know their name?
You do.
Well, that definitely narrows things down because we haven't been very nice and asked for very many people's names. I think we know Sandrano, Artemius, Flores, and whatever the name is of the chick that we met at the guildhall.
Draziel.
Yeah, Draziel.
We know the name of the leader of the Legion.
Didn't we kill him though?
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
Same.
sorry. We had a cat tail incident.
Cattail. What happened?
Cat tail. Dice.
Oh no! All over the floor.
Yeah.
I expect you to
Nice.
count.
I was one sound off.
I expect you to count and see exactly what he rolled. Not really, you don't have to do that.
He's gonna take you out. Give me my hand back, please.
Okay, so we need to not be so trustful of the people that we've met.
Yeah, that's
Artemius, I know that man has something suspicious about him.
it must be the OCD. It makes him very suspicious.
Alright, well, we will keep that in mind then. We have to remember not to trust probably one of the two guards, that'd be my guess, but
Yeah, I have a feeling that Draziel has nothing against us yet. But I could be wrong. She might be an assassin sent to murder us as soon as she found out who we were. Who knows?
might actually be a Marvel villain, or more likely DC, because DC has more of those, like, fell in a bottle of acid and grew extra parallel. just saying. Origin story.
There's a knock at the door to the hut.
Do we need to be concerned?
I'm gonna open the door.
All right, standing right outside is a stunningly beautiful, but also slightly strange to you looking female. Looks to be made pretty much of water and ice, in the same way that Excrete looks to be almost leafy. She's got wispy, flowing, sea green hair.
I want to look out the door and see what's behind her.
You don't see anything, but she's carrying a basket, a large basket in one hand.
Are you selling something?
Girl Scout cookies.
No solicitors.
Master Grug, you have visitors.
He has a name.
We did not ask his name. We are
Nah, we don't give a shit about names.
I mean, I feel like somebody mentioned asking his name briefly, and then nothing came of it, and we moved on.
Groog.
Hey, look, I spelled it right.
Wow.
her husky is coming out. She's like on her back. We should get in a habit of asking people's names, huh?
Apparently we're assholes and we don't care.
To be fair, I am also that kind of person in real life where I will have a conversation with someone for like 20 minutes and be like, I never asked your name. I am so sorry.
I just never say that part.
I mean, it
Yep.
depends on if I have any
Secondary.
intention of ever talking to this person again. And then it depends on if there is a chance I will run into them again without having to ask their name. Are you my neighbor? Because if you are a neighbor, then it'll come up eventually, I'm sure.
That's fair.
But if I met you somewhere random and now intend to seek some sort of friendship, then I might awkwardly ask your name.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, we should swap numbers. Wait a minute. I realized I never asked your name. What should I put in there?
Put your number in my phone.
Yep.
Right. That's what
This is why I never make friends.
Anyway,
No, please. We would love some bread. Thank you.
bread.
Ed.
We quite like bread.
Everybody, meet Loramel. Loramel, meet everybody.
Awkward wave.
Laurimel.
You may want to remember her. She'll probably stop by your adventure later.
Oh?
Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Cough, cough. Wait. Wink, wink. I think that was the right verbiage there.
Yes.
Good. Yes, we understand what you were. Oh, don't fall off the couch. She has a pretty bad habit of falling off of the couch. This is Puppy.
I mean, if you let her, eventually she'll stop doing it.
Fair.
But she also might not stay in as cute of positions, so...
Yep.
Hi, Laura Mal.
Hello. I'm afraid I don't know your names, but you know mine, and now I'm
I'm
at
Rowan,
disadvantage.
and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Rowan.
Rowan, is
Pleasure.
that true?
No.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Well, I was concerned.
No, I'm good. I see way too many idiots behind on the other side of the bar. I don't want to follow suit.
That makes sense.
I'm Ari.
She has a spitting addiction.
I have a what addiction?
Spitting!
Hi, Laura Mal. I'm Meridi.
I'm
So take the shrooms from him. If he offers you shrooms, say no.
She's not wrong. Don't take the shrooms.
I'm X-Reet. I think that's my name in this world.
Your name can be whatever you feel most comfortable in.
I like it. I'll keep it.
I'm confused.
Sorry, I am. My computer's. Apparently, when dog ran off at some point, she unplugged me.
Oops.
Battery is up.
That row.
Danger dog.
Hey.
Well, I guess, is there any other reasons for us to stay here? Are we trying the bread?
Yes, you should absolutely try the bread.
No.
Do we have to pay for the bread?
I'm gonna try some bread.
Enjoy the bread.
Yay!
What
free
kind of bread is this?
I believe, Lord Mel, it is about time for you to begin your journey.
Yes, Master. Thank you. Are you sure you'll be all right?
I shall be fine. But I think it's best for that goodbye I understand, Master. And she wraps her arms tightly around him. He pats her on the head. She comes up to, like, middle of his chest at best.
I see how it is.
Go fast.
Take plenty of food for the journey.
I will.
Don't forget to get the food.
I won't.
From right
Yes,
here,
you will.
Daddy.
Okay.
Be safe. She bows very deeply and then leaves.
All right.
Sorry. Anyway,
No, all good.
all good. I think.
Well, we should continue, yes.
Yes, please.
What further questions do you have for me?
I mean, I guess really just at this point, it would be nice to know what should we do right now? Once we head back, now what? What direction should we head?
Well, I believe that the camp you are currently staying in will not be available for much longer. So I believe securing yourself a place for all of you to stay may be a good play.
Do we need to be back there to help them through something?
Not yet. The time will come soon. The sooner that you are able to find a more permanent solution, the better. I believe that within the next week,
Could you take that out?
you will no longer be able to stay where you are.
Wow.
So,
How do we go about finding something more permanent?
what she said.
Is there somewhere we should go or someone we should seek out?
The mountains to the west, I believe, will provide you a place to look for.
To the west of the camp, to the west of SCR, to the west of this wooden cabin that we're in.
This wooden cabin is thousands and thousands of miles away from the kingdom of Exeg.
Well, I still had to check, you know. Figured I'd throw it in. I figured you meant either the camp or SCR.
Of
Or
the camp.
Okay.
1 day travel to the west. You will arrive at a mountain range. From there, you will be looking for a mountain that is barren of all trees. Plenty of bushes, but no trees. That is where you will find the place to go.
Okay. Is there a way for us to contact you if we need you?
Yes, but I believe that once you leave here, I do not believe we will speak again.
Ever?
To my sadness, yes.
Are you going to die?
I do not know if I will die, but I know that I will no longer be able to commune with those of this plane.
Well, we are sad to part then.
It is with heavy heart
We appreciate the help you have given us and the guidance and all of the above. Thank you for your help.
I am glad that I have been able to live to see this begin. Saddened that I will not be able to see it to its end.
Well, what's beginning?
I believe that now is when the age shall truly begin.
The age? The
Yes.
age of what?
The third age. The third cycle, the third turning.
That doesn't really give me much information, but thank you.
The world has undergone 2 ages prior to this. Twice has it been razed to the ground. It has been some time since the last raising. But for those that study the ages, for us oracles, we have felt that this age has not quite begun yet. But now, not all of the oracles believe as I do, but I believe that this age is now about to truly begin.
Do you know how many ages our world had been through? Just out of curiosity.
Your world had been, by the time you left, had been through no less than 4 ages.
Sorry, X-Ray, you can go ahead and ask whatever you were going to or say whatever you were going to.
How do we know what path we should follow?
I would say ask an oracle, but you just did.
How do we
I
know?
believe if you feel you have done the right thing, that will be enough. You will make mistakes. You will miss, and you will have inaction. In fact, you already have. And you will do things the right way. But I believe the events have been set in motion that cannot be undone. And as much as the question remains, would you have broken the vase had I not mentioned it? You will succeed.
Well, thank you for all your help. I don't really know if there's anything else I have to ask you.
I can't think of anything else either. Mercy X Street.
Did you gouge your own eyes out?
I did. That is the final price of an oracle. No one else can do it for you. You must do it to yourself.
Bold. Trading vision for vision.
Yes. As you may say.
just gonna give him a handful of catnip.
All right.
Should we go?
Do you all have any other questions?
No.
Very well.
And I'll snap his fingers
Goodbye.
again, and the blue door will reappear.
Grab some bread.
Bread.
Yeah, definitely want to try this bread.
Thank you, sir, for all you have done for us.
Fresh out of the oven.
And thank you for your time and food. It is much appreciated.
Yes, thank you for everything. I mean, I know we're not the easiest to deal with, but thank you for putting up with our dumbassery.
I am
We're
happy,
not easy, but we're cute.
and I hope that the guidance is helpful.
We hope so as well.
I know it is cryptic, but it's cryptic to me too.
Yeah, fun stuff, right?
Call it like I see it.
Fair, fair. You can only interpret it so many ways. Well, thank you for your help. Give like a bow.
All right. Do you all go back through the blue door?
Yep.
Chomping on bread.
I hope your death is peaceful.
My thanks. I hope so as well.
I'm going to give him my flowers that I've gathered.
I might give him a hug before I go. Just like a quick sneaky fox hug. Just like a snatch hug. Done.
He pats your head very briefly. He takes the flowers and lays them gently where the vase was.
I shall have to make a new vase.
I'm sorry. Tail swishes sadly. I catch it to avoid knocking over any other.
All right. Do you all go through the blue door?
Yes.
Through the blue.
All right. You step through and you step out back into the forest. But in the forest, the smell of harsh smoke enters your nostrils. Not from a campfire.
I'm glad we
Set
brought
on fire?
I wish I had a bucket.
And that is where we will end for tonight.